and letting that go. You do not have to tell the person that you forgave them. You do not have to do anything related to the other person. This is really all about you, that I just let this go. I don't want anything to do with this anymore. I just want to be back in my power again. I want to feel whole again. I want to feel soft again. I don't want to be all scabbed and walled and all of these other things. I just want to feel fully again. And that can't happen if we're all guarded and protected and, not letting people in because someone hurt me. We're not living life fully that way. So forgiveness really is about taking off these shackles of the past and allowing yourself to be fully in this moment so you can live life fully. That's what forgiveness is about. I think they need to take the word give out of forgive, because it looks like we're giving something to someone else, but it actually is about us. I actually didn't say anything about forgiving ourselves. I think sometimes that's the hardest part, right? We did something, or we hurt someone, we lost that person, or we said something mean and that person never came back, or we did something that shamed us. No one knows about it, only us. That is something that we really struggle with sometimes. That we sometimes think that if I forgive myself for doing that, if I forgive myself for cheating or lying or doing anything, that I might do it again. This is where we're wrong. If you forgive yourself, you might actually heal the parts of you that are acting out in ways that are inconsistent with your values. If you listen to that part of yourself that is hurting, that is doing things that is not consistent with your values, you might actually move in the direction of being able to live a life that is fully you and compassionate and loving and kind to yourself as well. Sometimes we feel we can't forgive because we might make that same mistake again. So we have this sergeant kind of mindset with ourselves. Oh, I didn't mean to make you cry. But it's okay to cry sometimes. And I think we can all, I think forgiveness is something that resonates so much with all of us, doesn't it? Yes. 100%, Hanan. If someone asked me, does low self-esteem slow down the process of forgiving others? So as I said, that forgiveness starts with you, your self-worth, your self-esteem, your wound, your pain, your healing, you. So of course, if we feel we are not worthy, if we feel we are not good enough, if we feel we are not adequate, if we feel we are not deserving, of course, we're going to have a very hard time forgiving someone else. The part of you that feels all of the things I just mentioned, that's the part that first needs to be healed. And please, guys, don't wait for another person to come heal this part. That's your job. It's your responsibility. You take ownership of that part. The part that says, I'm wounded, I'm hurt. Nurture that part, love that part. The more you know about yourself, the more you know your strengths, the more you know your virtues, the more you know your values, the more you'll be able to actually not take things personally. Self-awareness is absolutely key, guys. I hope to do a session in the summer on the Lighthouse about the inner journey and how do we just get to know ourselves a bit more. So, like I said, forgiving and forgetting is not the same. And so there are people who are asking, do I have to forgive and forget? You know what? Eventually when you forgive, you'll forget too, because it just no longer means anything to you. So don't worry about forgiving and should I forget and then forgive. Don't worry about any of that. Forgiveness is an act of self-healing. It's an act of self-love. It's freedom. It's releasing yourself of toxicity. It's engaging with life fully. It's being open to new experiences. It's being full of hope rather than of pain. Forgiveness is about letting go of the past so you can take the energy into the present and create the future that you want. Forgiveness is about that. It's not about the other person. So forget about forgetting and forgiving and the other person. Engage with the wound. Know that they brought that wound to the surface. It was probably already there in some way because we're wounded children, generally speaking. They brought a wound from childhood onto the surface. And that's your job. That's the job for you to heal. And most of us, you, me, all of us, have the wound that we are not good enough. We have the wound that we are rejected. We have the wound that someone will leave us if we are not our best self. Most of us have that wound. That's the wound that needs healing. And like I said, it's a process. We go to again and again and again and again. And the pain comes and then again. And then some days are great and we're free. And then some days we're in the thick of it. And that's literally how we are engaging with forgiveness. It's a process and sometimes a lifelong journey. So I want you all, I hope that I made that super, super clear, that forgiveness is for yourself. And I'm now reading some of the questions before I have to log off. Yes, this talk is recorded. It will be on the Happy UAE YouTube channel. It will also be on their live Instagram live for the next 24 hours or however long they keep those things on. And I think I have nothing more to say. Do you guys have any other questions for me? Any other questions? You know, as the sun sets and as, you know, iftar comes closer and after you've heard this talk, I want you to just go away a little bit. I'm going to do that. I want you to sit with some of your pain. I want you to make an intention to release that pain. I want you to decide to just let that go so you can bring all of your power into yourself. I want you to write about it. I want you to allow yourself to feel it. I want you to forgive yourself. I want you so I want you to just stay with this a little bit. Don't just jump off of this and get onto something else. We've all just gone on a journey, and I hope that all I can hope for is that all of us continue to do the work of love and boundaries. Like I said, because we've forgiven someone doesn't mean we let them back into our life or we accept that what they did to us was okay. We continue the work of boundaries. We continue to do the work of self-worth. We continue to do the work of letting go. It's all work and it's lifelong. And so if you guys have any questions about this, my Instagram channel or handle is on, it's pinned. Please make sure that you message me. If you guys want to know more about this, I'm going to continue to do the work. Perhaps we need to have like a forgiveness support group where we come together and we all cry and we all hurt and we all suffer and we all decide to let go. And we all come and take our power back and we create the life we really want and we live fully and we engage fully. So thank you for being with me, and thank you for sort of sitting through silent, awkward silences, and I really appreciate your guys' words and your love. And I will be back again next Monday, and I will be speaking about another value called gratitude, and we'll talk more about that. But if you have any suggestions about any other values you would like to know more about, then let me know and we can always change that. But for now, we will be speaking about gratitude. Take care of yourselves, guys, and keep me in your prayers. Bye.